Hello and welcome back for another episode of One-on-One, where I take words and phrases from my multi-language videos and I compare them one language to another. And today it will be English to Arabic as we continue to work through what is perhaps the most famous poem in the whole Arabic language. And the English translation from which I am working is entitled Who Am I? By the respected and venerated Iraqi poetess Nazik al Malaika. Nazik al Malaika. And this will be the fourth and the fifth line of this wonderful piece. And we're going to, because the grammar is so simple here, we're going to be able to take a look at the grammar, the pronunciation, and the alternative translations to this, because what we're using, the translation that I'm working from is pretty loose, and a lot of them get kind of poetic and artistic, so they wander far from the literal translation of the words. So we're going to take a look at all of that and the other nuances of the words themselves. So to start off, the English translation of this, the fourth line, as I count them, in this poem would be, and this is the standard accepted translation, I disguised my being with silence. First person past perfect, I disguised my being with silence. Line 5, and I wrapped, as in wrapping a present, I wrapped my heart with doubt. And I wrapped my heart with doubt. I disguised my being with silence and I wrapped my heart with doubt. But we'll take a look at other translations as well at the end. So let's look at the pronunciation. Now the first letter here is that cough letter, so it's ka, ka. Now we have the second letter is a noon that's doubled, so two ends, kam, and they both are marked with fatha, so they both have short fa, ka, kam, and now the ayn with the sukun, the stillness, the ayn without any vowel on it, which is kind of hard for people to pronounce sometimes. It's ah. If you need to know how to pronounce the ayn letter, you should watch some Three Stooges. So this word is, let's just run through the whole pronunciation. Kanatu kunhi bisukun walafaftu kalbi bisunun. Kanatu kunhi bisukun walafaftu kalbi bisunun. Bisunun. This shedda here is kind of difficult for me to pronounce, but let's talk about the pronunciation here. So we have the first person past perfect here for I disguised. I would also mention that these root letters, this is a form 2 verb, by the way, but these root letters can also derive words that mean to convince or even to conquer. So we could say, I convince my being. Kun is being, with a short h, kun at the end. The personal possessive pronoun for mine, kun he, much like face, was he. So bisukun, now we pronounce this attached preposition be eats up the aleph, and because the sin, the S letter, is a sun letter, we do not pronounce the lam. So in both of these words, the definite article is only written, but it is not pronounced at all, neither the aleph or the lam of the definite article. So in the case of the stillness or the silence, and we'll see why it's called stillness, bis sukun, kanatu kunhi bisukun walafaftu. All short vowels here. Wa, la, faf, no vowel, tu. Kal, no vowel. Bi, long vowel here. Bi, nothing is pronounced from the definite article. Bith, there's two of this letter. This letter is generally pronounced th, a very thick American TH sound. However, sometimes it's also pronounced as a very thick Z sound, especially like in Palestinian dialect. It's za, but in this case, in the pronunciations that I've heard in the recitations by native speakers, it is a th, bithanun. That's difficult for me. So, kanatu kunhi bisukun وَلَفَفْتُ قَلْبِي بِثُنُونٍ. The word kalbi, after habibti or habibi, is the second most used term of endearment in the whole Arabic-speaking world. However, in dialect, it's usually pronounced a bit differently, as this qaf letter is often replaced with a hamza, rendering it albi. And in parts where the desert meet the Levant, you can hear a guttural G sound, galbi. Now this word thunun or athunun, the doubt as it's translated here, can also mean, and I've seen it in context where it means deep thinking or meditation. So we could also translate this, I wrap my heart in deep thought, or an alternate. I convinced my being of stillness, or with stillness, and I wrapped my heart with deep thought. Well, thank you very much for viewing. Have a great day. I hope you learned something about modern standard Arabic. God bless.